This is your groovy GreatTreeJam, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Mass Effect 1. Last time we left off, we began our assault on Saren's facility on Virmire, where he was working on breeding an army of Krogan. Our team was to focus on getting a nuke to the center of the facility, while Kirihei, the leader of the Solarians on Virmire, would take 3 teams and keep Saren's teams preoccupied. On our approach to the facility, we found several ways to actually hinder the Geth, giving Kirihei's team the leg up. But once we reached the facility, we realized that Saren was doing more than trying to breed an army of Krogan. Several of Kirihei's former team members were taken captive, and it seems that Saren was experimenting with indoctrination. The former team members attacked us on sight, and while it is clear that they were indoctrinated, we're not quite sure why Saren was using indoctrination on them in the first place. So it seems we have to figure that out once we get there, but for now, I want to go ahead and just move us outside. I went ahead and took the liberty of taking us to the outside of the facility real quick, because I do want to hear some quick comments from Rex and from Liara.
This is my kind of vacation. Lots of scenery and lots of killing.
I don't know which is worse, the Geth or all this sand in my... Never mind.
So just a quick little freebie there. One thing I do want to know before we move on with the rest of the episode, and pick up from where we last left off, is I know that during the Thorian boss fight on Pharos, I had forgotten to ask squad mate dialogue. I think I was focused more on the combat there, so something that slipped my mind, but I may decide to put that in a later episode. But for now, let's go ahead and get back to the center of the facility, and I will see you guys momentarily once we resume at our last location. And we are now back in the facility. Last time before we quit the episode, we actually managed to run into one of Kirihei's former team members, and he revealed that Saren was indeed doing something with indoctrination. He watched several of his comrades turn into mindless husks or obedient servants. We managed to spare him and let him go. But it's time for us to continue on. We're going to move to the upper level, and we're going to get some more answers as to what's really going on here. Saren's doing more than breeding an army of Krogan. He's working on indoctrination, but we don't know why. We don't know what benefit it would pose to him other than possible loyalty. But it seems that he already has plenty of that with the Genophage cure, and with the Reapers and their Geth servants.
I can't make it.
Let's go ahead and have Liara and Rex wait here, and we're gonna move up. We actually have 2 combatants over there, one Asari scientist and a Krogan, a unique Krogan named Dr. Droyus. Probably the one time we'll find a Krogan scientist in this game. Before we do that, let's go ahead and unlock the stasis console. If I can get close enough.
Intruders! Get the gun!
Okay, we need to go ahead and disable her ability to use tech.
On my way.
Let's go ahead and get a little throw on this husk right here.
What is going on here? Where are the guards? Where is Saren? No, stay back. This is important work. This is the glorious salvation of my species.
And I just want to go ahead and keep quiet so we can hear from Dr. Droyus.
You will not destroy the work we have started.
Alright, and I need to remember that this scientist, or at least one of these 2 in the background, can use neural shock, so we don't want that. Alright, there we go. Let's go ahead and work on clearing out this room, and then we can try and look around for resources and loot. And we've been sabotaged. Let's go ahead and deploy a little damping. Oh, he's far back. We need to go ahead and get a little singularity going there. And I'm gonna have Rex switch to a shotgun and Liara switch up to no. How about this? Let's have them both go to a shotguns for now. And I'm gonna go ahead and have Rex switch back momentarily. And Liara switch back to pistols. Alright, we need to go ahead and be careful because the enemy has set mines up ahead. It looks like that might be either damping or overload there. But let me go ahead and take care of this husk. Bummer. It looks like that mine didn't detonate. We're too far away. Let's go ahead and move in. And there goes Dr. Droyus. And I believe we actually have one more enemy around here. Or not. Okay. It seems that Rex and Liara are focused on the enemies over there, outside of this room. But let's go ahead and start looting the room for resources. We got some body counts that we really don't need at this time. Let me go ahead and just take them for now. I'll go ahead and take these upgrades. And we're gonna move over to the end of this room because there is actually a medical station that we can hack. Once we do that, we can move on with the rest of this mission on Vermeer. And we're gonna try and get as far as possible. So, let's go ahead and just use Omnigel, take that, and move on. And now that we're actually inside the facility, we can get some more comments from Rex and Liara regarding what we're finding here. We've seen a lot of research on indoctrination thus far. Let's see what our squad mates have to say about that.
This is a place of evil. It needs to be destroyed. There is something foul in the air here.
I'm going to tear this whole place down.
And it seems Rex is pretty committed to the cause.
Saren needs to pay for what he's done to my people.
This is a place of evil. It needs to be destroyed.
And we can go ahead and move on from here. Alright, let's go ahead and move outside. We actually have one pathway right about here. I'm about to forget. About to lose my bearings for just a little bit. But let's go ahead and get ready to engage some Geth here. I'm gonna deploy Sabotage and Singularity. And there we go. Now we're actually getting close to the center of, or actually you can say the center of all when it comes to the indoctrination research. Let's go ahead and open the door. And here we have another doctor, this time a non-hostile Asari scientist. We're actually going to be seeing this scientist in just a little, and the sequels, or at least in Mass Effect 2. But let's go ahead and move in and find out what she's up to.
Don't shoot! Please, I just want to get out of here before it's too late.
Everyone in this place is trying to kill me.
Do I look like a soldier? I'm a neurospecialist, and this job isn't worth dying over. Or worse. You think the indoctrination only affects prisoners? Sooner or later, Saren will want to dissect my brain too.
I thought this was a breeding facility.
Not this level. We're studying Sovereign's effect on organic minds. At least that's what I assumed. Saren kept us in the dark as much as possible.
You helped him and you do not even know why?
I didn't have the option of negotiating. This position is a little more permanent than I had expected. But I can help you. This elevator behind me goes to Saren's private lab. I can get you in. See? Full access. All of Saren's private files. Are we good? Can I go?
Now it seems that Renathanopsis knows what's going on with regards to the indoctrination research. Let's find out more about what she was doing here.
What were you studying here?
It's that ship, Sovereign. It emits some kind of signal. Undetectable, but it's there. I've seen the effects. Saren uses it to influence his followers, to control them. It's called indoctrination. Direct exposure to the signal turns you into a mindless slave, like the Salarian test subjects. But there's collateral damage, too.
Tell me more about this signal.
Signal's not exactly the right word. There's some kind of energy field emanating from the ship. It changes thought patterns. Over time, days, maybe a week, it weakens your will. You become easier to manipulate and control, but it's a degenerative condition. There's a balance between control and usefulness. The less freedom a subject maintains, the less capable it becomes.
Why is Saren researching this? Isn't he the one controlling it?
The signal comes from the ship. It makes us obey Saren, but I don't think he controls it. Not exactly. I think he's scared it might be affecting him. Indoctrination is subtle. By the time the effects become noticeable, it's usually too late.
What do you mean by collateral damage?
Sovereign's signal is too strong. Spend too much time near the ship and you feel it, like a tingle at the back of the skull. It's like a whisper you can't quite hear. You're compelled to do things, but you don't know why. You just obey. Eventually, you just stop thinking for yourself. It happens to everyone at the facility. My first test subject was the man I replaced. Now I just want to get out of here before it happens to me.
So it seems that Saren is concerned about indoctrination. He does not control the signal, and perhaps he's concerned about how he can avoid ending up sharing the same fate as those who are indoctrinated. It seems that Sovereign has a mind of its own. Well, for now, I think we've gotten all the information we can out of Dr. Thanopsis. Now we have some choices here. We can choose to kill her for her role in the research, or we can let her go. Now, one thing I will note is that for Mass Effect 3, there seems to be some, I'm going to go ahead and say it, I think it's some cut content. Dr. Thanopsis did not make it into the game, but if you let her live, there's a news report. I just want to go ahead and let her live for now, just to show you guys, if I ever get to Mass Effect 3, if and when, you guys can take a look at that report with me. But it's a little bit of a... Let's go ahead and save that for that moment. For now, I think let's go ahead and let her go because she has not posed a direct threat to us at this time.
I'm gonna blow this place to hell and gone. If you want to make it out alive, you better start running.
What? You can't. But I'll never... Ah!
I like the way you think, Shepard.
And just like that, letting Dr. Thanopsis go is going to have some consequences for us in the future. But for now, let's go ahead and move on. We can go ahead and hack this locker. I gotta remind myself not to spoil too much for you guys. There's a little, I'm about to fucking fail this one. Yeah. Need to remember, need to use Omnigel more often. But anyway, we went ahead and got the goodies from this locker, so let's go ahead and move down this way. And we're gonna find out more about Saren's ship, Sovereign. And regarding his indoctrination, it seems... it's interesting. Saren doesn't really understand nor control the signal that Sovereign's emitting. This is starting to get very interesting. Anyway, let's move up here. And if you look down here, it seems we have what appears to be something reminiscent of a Prothean beacon. Let's go ahead and move in, and we're gonna see what we can find out about the rest of this facility.
I get the feeling something bad is about to happen.
You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
I do not think this is a VI.
There is a realm of existence so far beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am sovereign.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago. You could not have been there. It's impossible.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. An accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
There is an entire galaxy of races united and ready to face you.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations rise, evolve, advance, and at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They are harvesting us, letting us advance to the level they need, then wiping us out.
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
My kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
Where did you come from? Who built you?
We have no beginning. We have no end. We are infinite. Millions of years after your civilization has been eradicated and forgotten, we will endure.
Where are the rest of the Reapers? Are you the last of your kind?
We are legion. The time of our return is coming. Our numbers will darken the sky of every world. You cannot escape your doom.
You're not even alive. Not really. You're just a machine, and machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
Commander, we got trouble.
Lay it on me, Joker. I love bad news.
That ship Sovereign, it's moving. I don't know what you did down there, but that thing just pulled a turn that would shear any of our ships in half. It's coming your way and it's coming hard. You need to wrap things up in there fast.
This console is no longer functioning. Ideas, Commander Shepard?
We'll head for the breeding facility. Time to blow this place to hell.
Right, Commander. I'll meet you there. Joker out.
And now we've gotten the face of our true enemy. It seems this entire time we're not actually fighting Saren. For the first 3 games, our main villains are going to be the Reapers. An enigmatic, I guess you can say a very ancient and powerful race of sentient warships. We don't yet fully understand what the Reapers are capable of, but if we don't do something soon, we're gonna find out the hard way. let's go ahead and move our way towards the breeding facility. We've got quite a bit of fight on our hands, and we caught a lot of Geth and Krogan to fight through. So let's go ahead and prep for contact.
Geth are turning from your position, Dieto. Looks like Shadow kicked a sensitive spot. Alenko, head them off. Hold them.
Alright, it seems like Kirahi is going to survive this encounter with the Geth and the rest of Saren's forces because of our intervention. Well, let's go ahead, let's not get too cocky. We have quite a few combatants left to dig through, so let's move up. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take cover right here. And I'm gonna see if I can get this Krogan to charge in my direction.
Watch out!
And I'm gonna get a little, see if we can get lift going here. And I'm gonna try and get another warp going. There we go. And just like before, another warp and try and get him in the air. There isn't a lot of time. We have to make it to the center of the facility and get prepped to deliver the nuke. This place needs to go, folks. Alright, let's keep moving up. We're making pretty good progress thus far. But we're going to need to stay focused if you want to survive the rest of this portion. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this crate right here. I'm going to go ahead and just override this using Omni Shell. And we're going to keep moving. Alright, let's go ahead and move up. We should have several Geth around the corner, so we need to be ready just in case.
That turret could punch some nasty holes in the Normandy. Now I'm ready.
I'm gonna go ahead and move down this way, and let's see if we can get this Krogan lifted in the air. And I'm gonna see if we can get some throw going. Alright, there we go. And I'm gonna need to get this guy, You're a stalker, so I don't have to worry too much about you just yet. Oh, we need to worry about these guys, though. These are rocket drones. Alright, let's see if I can go ahead and interrupt the line of sight. Keep our tech abilities ready to go. Let's wait for sabotage to recharge. Okay. Alright, hostiles are down.
Negative contact, Shepard.
I want to go down here and make sure I grab these items right here. And I believe we are about set. Alright, and we're actually not that far away from a stopping point. We can keep going, but let's try and make some good progress. I do have a plan for trying to get this episode done within a certain, I want to try and get as much done before we have to switch out. But for now, let's go ahead and make our way up here. We're going to be seeing a lot more of the Reapers, just a little bit more in Mass Effect 2, and in Mass Effect 3, shit will really hit the fan. So we need to be ready for that. We have not seen the last of the Reapers in this game, so just a little bit of a harbinger for things to come, no pun intended. But this is just the beginning, folks. As Saren hinted, the time of the Reaper's return is coming. Let's go ahead and move our way this way.
They followed us up the elevator.
and we're gonna get some sabotage going. And I want to get a little bit of a singularity as well as some overload. And behind us we should have some geth moving up here. You know what, let's go ahead and...
Good work on the gun, Shadow Team. Now it's our turn.
Alright. Now the AA gun is down, so it's going to make it easier for the Normandy to come in. I think it's now Curie's turn to do a little bit of work. So, let's take a look around. I believe I've gotten everything that I really care about. So let's move into the elevator and get set up for the next portion. I'll go ahead and grab the save station real quick.
That's it. We need to clear the geth and set those charges.
Alright, we have a couple of stalkers here, so let's take some cover. And it looks like Liara has been dampened. Well... let's see if we can... I want to see if we can get a little throw in there. Alright, singularity, baby. And there we go. We are now home free for the rest of this portion. I think we've taken care of all the geth that we need to. So let me go ahead and grab some gear from my squad mates real quick. And I went ahead and changed my mind. I figure I'm going to go ahead and keep these...
Everyone bunker down! Bunker down!
I'm going to go ahead and keep Liara and Rex, I believe, for the remainder of Vermeer. But it seems like Kirihi's got his charges set up. I just want to go ahead and look up here. Nice little hazy view there. And now let's go ahead and open up the door.
All right! Nice work. That's one less thing to worry about. Commander, I'm bringing us in. I'll get as close to the site as I can.
Alright. Looks like we're set. So all we have to do is wait for the Normandy to touch down, and we can begin the next portion of Vermeer. Possibly the final portion of this entire mission.
Bomb is in position. We're all set here.
Commander, do you read me?
The nuke is almost ready, Lieutenant. Get to the rendezvous point.
Negative, Commander. The Geth have us pinned down on the AA tower. We've taken heavy casualties. We'll never make the rendezvous point in time.
Get them out of there, Joker, now!
Negative. It's too hot. You can't risk it. We'll hold them off as long as we...
It's okay, Commander. I need a couple of minutes to finish arming the nuke. Go get them and meet me back here.
You keep that nuke safe.
Alright, it seems that Caden's in trouble. We need to go over there and try and evac him pronto. I'm gonna stick with Liara Tassoni and Erdnot Rex for now, and we're just gonna go ahead and move on from here, folks. And we're gonna keep our eyes on the Norman just so we can see this little nice flyby. Right on the road to hell, baby. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a vid, because I think we've gotten far enough. We need to prepare for our next portion, and unfortunately, things are going to go real south fast. Cadence and team is in trouble, and it seems that Ashley's over here trying to get the nuke armed. We need to go over there and provide some assistance, but for now, I want to go ahead and call it a vid, and we'll continue this entire mission next time. Alright folks, this is a GreatTreeJam. I just want to wish you guys a happy day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in this universe or the next, and hope to see you in my next vid. But until then, I want to bid you guys farewell. Bye.